I don't know. I don't understand the embarrassment about, like...
Health.
Well, yeah,
Being
like
healthy.
having things that will benefit
You
you.
nerd. You're eating fruit and vegetables
I know.
instead of all this
Instead
junk
of pizza.
food. All right, we're back with some more of Darksiders. Some more spiders. You know what we need?
Spidey senses.
No, we need a match, some gasoline, and we'll just burn the whole damn thing down.
Yeah.
And then I'll dig through the rubble, drive War's fist through the Spider Queen's charred corpse, then give it to Samael, and he'll be like, a little too well done.
We were talking about how you'd burn the house down if there was a spider, and I was like, yeah, but our frickin' luck, the spider would crawl out of the ashes.
I'm like, oh god, it's fireproof. That would be my signal to be like, well, that's enough life for me for my existence. Fireproof spiders.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, don't think I will. All right, another artifact. We're collecting a couple.
Yeah.
Getting some of the goodies. So again, our objective is to take down the 4 kin of the Spider Queen.
Okay.
And that is how we get the Spider Queen's attention. Not by crushing thousands of these little ones. No. It's the big brutes that get the Queen's attention.
She's like, those were my eldest. The eldest are always the favorite.
But look at those combos. Getting those nice combo breakers. I think I already did that joke.
I don't understand that reference.
So there's this game called Killer Instinct. It was a fighting game, very similar to Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. And it was for the Super Nintendo. And when you unleash a successful combo, the announcer goes, "Combo breaker!"
Oh.
So like when I do like big combos in combat or any kind of game, I just go, "Combo breaker!"
Okay.
Because it was a big game, released by Rare, the same studio that made the Donkey Kong Country games, and Banjo-Kazooie,
Okay.
and Conker's Bad Fur Day. And then they got bought by Microsoft, and they slowly dissipated into nothing.
Well, as anything that gets bought by a bigger company does.
Well, what was a shame was like Nintendo eagerly sold them, whereas like Rare was a huge boon for them in the Nintendo 64 days. And even like the GameCube, and Nintendo was just like, they're a little too much like us. We don't want that.
Yeah.
So because they were just like, they seem to major in 3D platformers and racing games. That's our turf.
Yeah.
So they let them go.
Never let go, Jack. Slowly
If you love them,
prives
set them
dead
free.
cold fingers off the door.
Never let go.
I know.
Never let go, Jack.
I know that so many things have been done, but I feel like she would have frozen faster on the door than she would have in the water.
I'm going to give you the most honest example. Honest answer I have in my heart. I have not seen that movie since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I am not familiar with
I was just like...
any of it. It just dawned on me that Billy Zane's in that movie.
I don't know who Billy Zane is.
He's the guy from Titanic. He's in a couple other movies, but Titanic was like one of the bigger ones that he was in.
Who did he play?
He was the shitty boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Or fiance.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to say.
The bad guy.
The bad guy. He was the bad guy.
Um...
I'm pretty sure the iceberg was the bad guy in the movie.
I mean, there's so many theories about the door. While I feel like they both would have fit on the door, I don't think they both would have stayed afloat on the door. Mm-hmm. But like, so she was she was wet because she was in the water.
Yep.
And then instead of staying in the water where your body would go hypothermic and you would basically almost die.
Yes.
She was on the door, so like she would have been frozen.
Correct. Frozen to the door.
Whereas like your body, I don't think would freeze in the water.
It's one of those ongoing plot holes that people always bring up, like why didn't the eagles fly to Mordor?
Yeah.
And there's like hundreds of rebuttals for it. But my favorite one is someone doing a Tolkien impression. At least I think it's an impression. I think it'd be funnier if it actually was Tolkien. But he goes through this elaborate ruse of just like, well, the thing about the eagles of Mordor is they're very intelligent, and you would have to know that sometimes you just have to shut the hell up. Like, he goes in a roundabout way, and then he just ends with, shut your fucking mouth.
I think the best explanation I've seen of that specific one is like Sauron would have seen them.
Sauron would have seen them, and also at that time, Saruman was also like...
Yeah. Like, they
On
would
that.
have been spotted.
Yeah, the entire mission was for like...
Stealth mission.
Yeah, it's a stealth mission.
Like, they would have been seen coming in.
I will admit, and it's been a while since I've rewatched them, but Legolas's dialogue is nothing but stating the obvious.
Yeah.
He'll be like, a diversion. It's like, yes, Legolas, we did establish that.
There are so many Legolas memes that I just love. There's one, and I think it's Aragorn, that's like... Aragon?
I think it's Aragorn. Aragorn was the blue dragon.
Yeah.
It was like a
Okay.
book series
Yeah.
called The Inheritance Cycle,
Yeah, I
I believe.
remember those.
Did he ever finish those books?
I did
I know
not.
they didn't finish the movies.
All I know is that there were 3.
Oh, so he did finish the trilogy?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming it was a trilogy. I remember the first 2 books. I'm guessing the third one kind of like snuck in somewhere.
Yeah. But anywho, it's Aragorn. Fuck. Saying like
I know what you
I
mean.
need to talk to the prettiest elf here, and it's what's her name?
Galadriel?
Yeah, I think it's her. And it's like I need you
Or
to step.
Arwen?
It might be Arwen.
Which one? The one played by Kate Blanchett or the
You're
one played
giving
by
me names.
Liv Tyler? Is she blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
All right, that is Galadriel.
Okay. And it's like I need you to step aside.
Or it could be
Legolas is
Éowyn.
behind you.
Sorry.
What?
I said, or it could be Éowyn.
God.
It doesn't matter. Continue.
Yeah. Anyway, he's like, I need you to step aside. Legolas is behind you. I need to talk to the prettiest elf.
My God.
Legolas is behind you.
The prettiest elf, I have you know, that is Hugo Weaving.
Isn't that Legolas's dad?
No. Legolas's dad is Thranduil, who
Okay.
is in the Hobbit movies.
Gotcha.
Hugo Weaving's character, son of a bitch, what's his name?
I mean, I wouldn't know if you told me.
I feel bad that I don't know it. All right, so it's Isildur. That's the first king. Galadriel. Oh, why am I blanking on this? Oh, I need a phone. I need to look it up.
What is the name?
Hugo Weaving, elf. Son of a bitch. You shall be known as the Fellowship of the Ring. I see the guy. I know the guy. Why am I blanking on your name? Well, I'm not a Tolkien fanatic. Because I do not know.
Elrond?
Elrond, of course. Ugh. Yeah, Elrond. Elrond's the prettiest elf. Yeah, I think this is the last spider.
I don't know. I was always a real big Orlando Bloom fan.
You and every other girl
I know.
at that time.
I still have like.
You women were treated to like a double whammy. I think a year after you had Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. So we had Johnny Depp and Orlando.
Yes,
Bloom.
you had Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom right after the Lord of the Rings movies.
But I mean, Keira Knightley also. She's a very pretty woman. So it was just all around good for everyone.
See, I was looking at Geoffrey Rush being like, that's a man. That's the man I want to be. The true pirate of the Caribbean. So, you see where my tastes lie. I wasn't too freaky. I didn't go into, like, Davy Jones and the tentacles and stuff. I'm not into that. Hentai!
Yeah, it's a little weird. Hey, you're into what you're into as long as it's not
Exactly.
hurting anyone.
Correct. As long as the fetish is harmless. We support harmless fetishes.
Harmless fetishes.
Harmless fetishes on
I think
Pupcorn.
that should also be a t-shirt. Harmless fetishes.
Harmless fetish. There it is. the final spider. The seal has been broken.
That and consensual fetishes.
Ah, yes.
I mean, there's like harmful fetishes that are consensual.
Quite right. Uh-oh.
Oh. Is that spider an ice cube?
Giant ice cube spider. All right,
Ooh,
then.
that does not make me want to go down and empty the ice cube tray.
Certainly not. All right, so this is the mini-boss. This is not the Spider Queen. This thing just decides to wake up and be like, hey, who's been killing my brothers? So what you do is you punch open its abdomen and avoid the shockwaves.
That's you when I try to tickle you.
I have lethal shockwaves.
You're like, I will kill you! As you thrash about.
But yeah, basically feed it into that, and then while it's busy munching, give it the old 1-2. Yeah! Rinse and repeat. Careful. It's a deadly move. Be wary of the shockwaves. Toro, Toro!
It looks like it has little hands in front of its eyes, like, no.
Well, like, each of the spiders have, like, a multitude of different designs.
I don't know, I just get more a crab vibe than a spider vibe. Like, I know they're spiders, but like...
Wait till you see the queen. She has her own
yeah.
interesting design.
I think it's literally just because of how their legs are.
Uh-huh.
Like, those are crab legs.
Yeah, they're
those
too bulky.
Definitely are not spider legs.
Spider legs are spindly.
Well, spider legs that sit like that are spindly.
Okay.
Thicker spider legs stretch out.
Okay.
Like the spider belly is closer to the ground. I like spiders.
I know you do. I try. God, I try. Some I accept more than others.
Yeah.
Some are just like, aw, that one's harmless. It can stay in the bathroom. Others are, nope. I noped right the fuck out of there.
I think my favorite so far has been that little spider that was on the ceiling. And you were like, oh my god, it's a recluse. And I'm like, you'll know when you see a recluse. That bad boy's not a recluse. It is way too small.
And I took your word for it, and I let it live.
Yeah. I feel very fortunate that we haven't seen
Recluses
brown
are like,
recluses. Yeah.
let it live. Cute.
Well, because we used to have a brown recluse problem in the basement.
You told me.
And, it was bad. My dad got bit by one. He had to go to the hospital and have his hands scraped.
But from what you've told me, that was your dad being your dad, though.
Yeah. Well, it's like, if you get bit by a brown recluse, you have to go to the hospital.
Yes, absolutely.
And he didn't, which is why he ended up having to have his tendons and his hand muscles scraped to get the dead cells off because it ate away at the skin and the muscles in his hand. And he waited so long to go that,
Yeah. There's this
it got really
guy
bad.
who does these videos on, spider bites, and he purposely gets bit by spiders to be like, so long as you go to the doctor,
it'll be okay.
you'll be okay. There is a lot of myths surrounding these things as, killers, and they're really not. He says they're beautiful creatures.
Yeah.
They'll get protective just like any other animal.
Yeah, and that's,
And for
the
the
big
most
thing
part,
for
if you
me.
just leave them alone, you're not getting bit.
Yeah.
And if you do get bit, you have plenty of time to get
to
the
go
antidote.
and get it taken care of.
So he was basically like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Granted, some of them hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Real bad. I got
yeah.
bit by a
A lot
wolf
of them
spider
sting.
and just, I thought that I stepped on a nail. It hurt so bad. But, the issue that we were having in our basement, it was out of hand. It wasn't just, one or two spiders. It
Yeah.
was you would lift up the laundry basket.
It was
and,
the iron canopy.
10 of them would come darting out at you.
Oh, lovely.
It was not good. A lot
We
of
don't need none of that.
yeah,
in this
a lot of
marriage.
that dissipated when I deep cleaned the basement.
There you go.
So I threw a ton of stuff away. And I think it actually completely stopped when our basement flooded,
Oh, okay.
which was actually the first time you were supposed to come over to the house.
nice.
And I made a roast and potatoes and veggies and all this stuff. And then I had to cancel because the freaking basement flooded. And I was like, he's not gonna believe me. He's gonna think I'm ditching him.
I was slightly skeptical, but at the end of it, I was just like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I thought about, like, sending you a picture, but, like, I was so embarrassed about the state of the basement.
Nah, it's okay.
And you were like, well, I think my dad has a snake. Like, I can come over and try to help. And I was like, I really want to say yes because I really want to see you. But I also feel a little weird that you would come snake the drains.
I can fix that.
But yeah, that is what ended the brown recluse problem.
Well, good.
So if you have any spider issues, just flood your basement.
Now we need to get rid of the groundhog problem.
Right?
I don't know, I haven't seen them in a while.
No, since I put the stuff around, I haven't seen them near my plants.
Hooray! It finally worked!
Yeah. I think it was actually birds that ate my peas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do about those?
Yeah.
We got some
Okay.
mean-ass birds around here.
What, our
They
birds?
cop an attitude and they
Oh,
shit
yeah.
on your car. They'll suplex the other birds.
You were like,
Damn.
oh shit! I was like, what? You were, you were like,
like
that bird just got body slammed.
Two medium-sized birds, just like, I'm like, all right. I thought they were getting frisky. Then all of a sudden, the one just went, pow! And I was just like, damn! Just like suplex that son of a bitch.
How do you know you've officially...
Knock the wind out of that little bird, too. He was just like, fuck. If I had any ears, my scrub. If I had any ears, my lung, I'd screech at you.
How do you know you've officially entered into middle age? You bird watch. I have a bird book.
No, it's like that one where you like, that meme, not so much a meme, but the short where it's just like, when the fuck did I get excited about gardening?
Yeah. Well, there's one that's like, I completely skipped the midlife crisis and
That's the one.
enjoy granny hobbies.
Yep,
and
granny
it's just
hobbies.
this like buff dude just holding like potted plants in the middle of a garden with a greenhouse behind him, and he's like, I understand.
It all makes sense now.
Don't worry, I watched that one while I was knitting. It's fine. I just told all of my vegetable plants that I love them and that they would have a fantastic evening and I would see them tomorrow. And then I went to,
I mean, the way I wear
Crochet.
a back brace at work and all that shit, it's like I've skipped through
it's preventative
my
measures.
adulthood and went right into my elderly
Right into
years.
Pappy.
Yep, right into Pappy.
I think, I really wish that I would have listened to all the people that told me, take care of your back,
Yeah.
take care of your knees, take care of your body, take care of your mental health. Because I was like, nah, it's fine. I could totally lift that.
See, whereas I was like,
And now my hip is just like...
yeah, knowing my luck, that would happen. Better be precautious.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but I at least take precautions from just like, well, I'm putting in the effort.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens.
No, I was like 15 trying to haul a 200-pound garbage bag into an industrial dumpster and
The biggest thing that took me a while to listen to, and I paid the price for it, was opening things with my teeth. It was like, hey, you keep doing that, you're going to mess with your teeth. Peh. Well, had a crooked bottom row, and had to get braces. And I was just like, man, I am almost 30 and I'm wearing braces. This is ridiculous. People aren't going to see me. And the world said, I got you. Pandemic.
Yep.
You're going to wear mask through the whole thing.
I mean, Gwen
I'm just
Stefani
like,
wore
well, shit.
wore braces when she was 40.
No
And
kidding.
she's freaking Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, she is freaking Gwen Stefani. But that's the thing. I'm not freaking Gwen Stefani. So I'm just like, I don't need this right
Pretend
now.
to be Gwen Stefani on the inside.
Okay.
I'm fucking Gwen Stefani.
I'm Gwen Stefani.
And then if anyone is like, where you braces? That's when you just go B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
This shit is
And then you
bananas.
just moonwalk out of there going, ain't no holla back girl. And then just leave. And they'd be like, what the fuck just happened?
Touche.
Was
yeah.
that Gwen Stefani?
He channeled his inner Gwen Stefani.
I don't know. I don't understand the embarrassment about
Health.
well, yeah,
Being healthy.
having things that will benefit
You
you.
nerd. You're eating fruit and vegetables
I know.
instead of all this
Instead
junk
of pizza
food.
and beer. I even
decaf, you pussy.
I know. There's a man that comes in, and he gets the largest size that we sell of an espresso drink and adds 6 shots of espresso.
Movie, by the way.
Oh.
No, not mostly talking to the puppers.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with having decaf.
But, like, he would get 6 extra shots of espresso. And, like, he's an older gentleman. Very, very nice. Him and his wife are regulars. And, you know, they're very nice people. Mm-hmm. And when they came in today, she was like, only 2 extra shots today. And I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, I don't think I've ever not pulled at least 10 shots for you guys.
Her doctor was like, listen.
She was like, yeah, high blood pressure. And I was like, no, I'm so sorry.
Hey, we had a good run.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like different beverage ideas for them that aren't quite as bad for them, but also strong and tasty.
Well, look at you.
So.
Being all caring and considerate. Look at that.
They tip well.
Ah, the truth comes out.
No, I will say this until I am blue in the face. If you are nice to service people,
Yup.
even if you don't tip them, if you're just nice,
If you're polite
you're
or at
pleasant,
least tolerable,
and like
I'm cool.
you behave like a human and you treat service people like humans,
Yeah.
those service people are gonna go fucking above and beyond for
Yeah.
you. Like, you don't even have to tip. Oh, if you tip them, they're gonna die. Like, it just, I don't understand why people haven't gotten that concept yet. They're still rude and they're like, you're just bad at your job. And it's like, no, you're just a disgusting human being.
Because there's no consequence for being a shitty customer.
Well, there is where I work. Because
Some
I'm in charge
are like,
now.
hey, get out of here. But most places are just like, oh, I can't stand the 2-star rating on the Google reviews.
Yeah.
I'm going to cry.
I mean, like, some of those really do affect small businesses.
I know they do. I know.
Which is just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like their businesses should most definitely respond to those if they have that option.
I'll be honest, if it didn't give away, like, locations, I was going to do, like, a little series about, like, roasting those kind of comments.
That's funny.
It was an idea I had, but I was
Yeah.
just like, I don't want to give locations away.
Yeah.
Even though, like, we've talked about
Well,
locations
I also
on
know that,
numerous
like,
occasions.
for my job, I there are restrictions for my job when it comes to social media.
Oh.
So that's why I'm always saying, like, my job, where I work, you know, without ever actually saying where I work, because there are restrictions.
Okay.
And not that we
Alrighty.
do or say anything offensive or
Yeah, if we ever do, let me know.
controversial.
If anyone from your job is ever just like, hey,
No.
popcorn is becoming a problem.
Listen, I don't like that you played Super Sponge. It's offensive. They went on a panty raid, but no, it's a liability.
Okay, fair enough.
And it's like, especially with customers, like, I'm never going to say a customer's name or any details about them other than, like, a book or a drink or,
You know, another great way
you
to
know,
not do
a
that?
service.
Focus on the giant spiders in the game.
No, what?
Because
You are
we're
no
here.
fun.
I'm plenty of fun, thank you very much.
Always killing my groove.
I didn't mean to throw off your groove.
I'm going to toss you out the window.
Cool.
Oh. I don't like that the eyeballs don't blink together. It thinks you look stupid.
Someone's been drinking her milk.
Like, that is how I blink to show my disdain for humanity.
Are you Silitha,
As I don't blink my eyes at the same time.
the queen of spiders?
I think I might be. She's way prettier than me.
You have better legs than her.
My crab legs. I do have crab arms sometimes. For anyone that doesn't understand that, I stem with my hands and I make like little crab claws.
Uh-huh. You've done it in a couple.
I think I have
Popcorn
done it in a
reviews,
couple videos,
especially
yeah.
when you're excited. You're just
and I
like,
just like go into like crab mode.
And I remember pausing during editing and being like, "What the hell is that?"
I was like, oh yeah, I turn into a crab when I'm excited.
It's my crab claws.
You were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's my crab hands.
All right, so Silitha has gone to classes led by Dracula because she likes to warp around the place. So what you got to do is hook shot right into her with the Abyssal Chain. But also get the hell out of the way because she loves to body slam. But wait until she warps to the far corner and taunts you, and then go in for a combo. She got big butt. I cannot lie.
I like big abdomen. That's
I
not
love
crab.
big butts.
What is the back of a spider, like the butt of a spider called?
Abdomen.
Thorax? Is that their thorax?
No. Thorax is the one in the middle. No, wait. Spiders only have two.
Yeah.
So it would be abdomen. Head and abdomen. And then the 8 legs. Because insects have thoraxes. That's the difference between insects and arachnids.
Okay.
Arachnids only have 2.
Yeah.
Same with the scorpion. It only has like a head
You know
and a tail.
where I think I originally learned that from?
Where?
There is a comedian, Fluva?
Sure.
He is a German YouTuber,
Neat.
and he did this whole bit on like English colloquialisms, and the one that he did with Daddy Longlegs.
Ah.
He was like, Daddy Longlegs, is it short for Father Longlegs? And he is so funny. If you haven't watched him, I would 10 out of 10 recommend.
What's his name? Flufa?
Fluva?
Flufa,
I think it's like Fluva.
Flavor.
And he was like, where was Mother Nature when you were doing this? Does he have a head? No. Does he have a thorax? No.
Does he have a Snorlax?
Well, he's German, so like his accent.
I gathered that.
The accent is
What do you
honestly
mean?
like what
Makes it funny. I got you.
He also does one, happy as a clam.
Okay.
No, clams are very depressed.
I'll have to check him out. And you said he's a YouTuber or a stand-up comedian?
He's a YouTuber, but he's a comedian.
Okay, so he's a YouTube stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Got it.
He does.
Well, I mean, they all are.
Yeah, he does another one where it's like party pooper. He goes, "Who is pooping is a party."
Poop in here.
The proof is in the pudding. Don't put your proof in the pudding. Put your proof on the table.
Nice. All right, yeah, I'll check him out.
Yeah, he's
Why not?
funny. He's a funny dude.
See if you get her to scream. That's when you know you're dealing good damage.
Okay. I like her like morphe moves.
Or like Dracula-isms.
Yeah.
Just
But I think it's just I really like.
she goes faster the more damage you do.
like the colors and stuff.
Oh, yeah. This party's getting crazy. Here we go. Ah, nope, didn't finish the combo.
Ooh, I think it's raining.
Yeesh. Why, yes.
Well, let's check radar.
Go for it. Alright, let's slow down. That's the one I want. Cha-ching. There we go.
Yeah, I guess it's just the wind. It doesn't like say that it's
Okay.
raining.
Alright, this is the final part. So she's going to summon these little spheres. And you gotta hook on to... Oop, I hooked onto a wheelchair. Throw a wheelchair at her. Aha! But no, you gotta hook onto these and then glide up and then latch onto her. Ooh. But after a while, they detonate. Alright, let's try that again. She does do it again, right? Cool. Would really suck if we had to redo the entire battle. Wait for it. There we go. Oop. Nice. Now we latch onto her. And that's the end of the fight.
Yay!
Get down!
Alright, insult to injury.
Hey, he needs that heart. There we go. The final chosen.
Nice cleanup.
Waiting for the last heart. You think he's going to let you live long enough?
Okay, so yeah, that's the last of the heart. But here's the question. Should we give it to Samael?
Oh, I didn't know you had a choice.
We technically do. I mean, we have it. He doesn't. The objective is to give it back to him, but keep in mind, like, he's a demon. What's he up to? What does he need these for? We're going to find out in the next episode.
Toodles!